Love of God! Oh my God! If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, it's the Red Carpet Ring featuring TBK, the Turnbuckle King himself, guys. We are here to talk about the recent PLE we know as Money in the Bank 2024, and I'm here to talk about the Money in the Bank 2024 post-show coverage. I'll go over a recap of Money in the Bank, and also we'll go over what will be my final ratings on this event. Thank you all for coming out. This was very interesting event, I would say, in my opinion. But yeah, we're gonna talk about it. And of course, like I said before, a new thing I've been doing. I do it for the weekly shows. I do it for every show now, including PLEs. I will do another section, what went wrong with Money in the Bank. Now we'll go over that after I go over the whole event, and I'll get to my ratings and review and all that stuff. But yeah, guys, we had the Money in the Bank PLE tonight. Had two Money in the Bank ladder matches. We had a men's and we had a women's. So very, very interesting. We had those matches. We had a World Championship match. We had a main event, a 6-man tag. You know, a lot of interesting moments, though. A lot of interesting moments, to say the least. Very interesting to see what happened, but definitely interesting, something to check out. And matter of fact, speaking of which, let's look over that match card before we begin. This is the full match card that was for tonight at WWE Money in the Bank, and then we'll get into it. And also, we here live on Facebook and X. We'll stay on there for a little bit. If you want to check out the rest, come to the Red Carpet Ring on YouTube. And while you're at it, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell as you come into the ring as I cover this PLE. So let's cover that. Also, after that, we're gonna start the matches though. Let's kick it off. Let's see. Now we went over that match. Let's go over the men's match. This was the kickoff, the PLE. They start off the PLE with the men's Money in the Bank match. Well, before we get to that, let's talk about let's make a quick notate real quick. We had the host, Trish Stratus, Toronto's own. She was the host of the event. So the host was Trish Stratus. If you guys didn't know, you know, she hosted. I thought she would have been on the PLE pre-show or the panel, but she ended up hosting the show. She's from Toronto, so it made sense. So I just want to notate that. But let's get on to the men's match. They kicked off the event. So we had the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We had that match. So this kicked off the show. It started off, of course, Jey Uso and LA Knight, two of the favorites. Ones that are over with the crowd. Jey with the whole yeet. And then, of course, LA Knight with the yeah. So definitely they kicked off the PLE. They kicked off the Money in the Bank ladder match for the men's. But it was a solid match. Very good spots there. Very good spots in both men in matches. So I'm happy about that. But also, these two kicked it off, but there can only be one and only one winner of this match. Despite the good spots, Drew McIntyre was the winner. Yes, he won the Money in the Bank. He is your winner for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. It was good. It was points we thought that Jey was going to get it. Jey was at the ladder, the very last person at the ladder after everybody was out, and Drew came up at the very last minute as Jey was about to clip it. He claymored him after he got off the ladder. Then he climbed the ladder and won it. So they celebrate him and Triple H celebrate, of course. Triple H always celebrate with the winners of each match, whether it's a championship match or whether it's a Money in the Bank briefcase. But other than that, though, this was good, solid show to kick off. I like the spots. The MVPs, I would say, were Andrade and Chad Gable. They did their thing. Andrade did some very good moves, very good spots with him. Same with Chad Gable with the suplex off the ladder. All these guys off the ladder. Carmelo Hayes was he did his thing too. So this is a very good way to kick off the show. But it's going to be one winner, and yes, it was Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre kicked off the event, being the first winner of the first match. So they knew this was a little bit before the men's world title match between, of course, Damian the champion and Seth Rollins. But congratulations to Drew for winning the briefcase. Giving us a little congratulations there. We can do that. But other than that, though, guys, Drew McIntyre was the winner of that. He's the winner again of that. Like I said, that was a very good men's Money Bank. I like this match, actually. I like the match. I like where it was going. It was solid, very solid. So it was cool. Other than that, though, guys, that was the first match. Now we got to get on to the second match of the card. And we go to the Intercontinental Championship match. And that was Sami Zayn, the reigning champion, versus Bron Breakker, the challenger. CeeLo, salute to you. It's coming out, bro. We here late tonight covering the PLE after Money in the Bank was over. This was another good, solid match. Bron really displayed his strengths. I like how he hit the Frankensteiner, the spears. Sami, still always have that resilience and put up the fight. And that fight led him to retaining his championship. So Sami Zayn was the winner of this match, and he's still the Intercontinental champion. Congratulations to Sami. Sami Zayn, congratulations to him. He is the winner of this match. But yeah, very solid match by these two. I like this match. I like the spots they had. I like how, like I said, Bron was hitting Frankensteiner. Sami, he they was outside the ring. I like how also Sami, he hit that haluva kick. He was getting Bron everything, and he ended up pinning a 1, 2, 3. And Bron was, as you can see, was pissed. He was pissed that he couldn't win. But Sami told Bron, do not underestimate me. Don't underestimate me in this match. I'm going to win, and I'm going to do whatever I can to retain my Intercontinental Championship. And that's exactly what that man did tonight in this match for the Intercontinental Championship. So this was very solid, though. Very, very solid. So I admire that. But Sami, yeah, congratulations to him, retaining his championship. I don't know what's going to be next for Sami Zayn. I don't know if Bron's going to get a rematch. I doubt it since Sami won fair and square. But we're going to see what happens next on Monday Night Raw with Sami Zayn and the Intercontinental Championship title picture, because there's still a lot of guys on Raw. Chad Gable could take another shot at the championship since he did win the Money in the Bank ladder match. You have him. Still have Jey Uso, Yeet. You still have many other people on Raw besides Bron Breakker. Remember, Sheamus is in that picture. Sheamus won a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. You can even add Louis Kaiser. He's been, doing his thing, but we will see what's going to happen next. Jason G, salute to you. But yeah, we can see what's going to happen next. But this was a good, solid match. Bron Breakker expect him to try to get a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship. And if he don't, he gonna whine like a baby, like he always do, and go crazy on Adam Pearce. He's probably gonna act like that, or he's gonna take somebody out. He's gonna make sure he gets a match, because even Sami Zayn said it at the backstage after his match. He told, I think it was Jackie Redmond or Kathy Kelly. I think it was Kathy Kelly. He told Kathy Kelly that, I told Bron not to underestimate. He did, but he said I really was the one that underestimated Bron Breakker. So that may give a little room to give Braun Breaker a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship. We do have SummerSlam a month away, so maybe, or we can see maybe expect Sami Zayn at SummerSlam to defend Intercontinental Championship in a triple threat or a four-way match. You can add Sheamus and Kaiser to the mix and Braun. It could be a four-way, or it could be a triple threat of Sami defending championship against Braun Breaker and Sheamus as well, since Sheamus was one of the people that wanted to challenge for Sami Zayn's championship when Sami cut that promo a while back. So we expect that too. So we'll keep that in mind. Tyler Helton, salute, man. Jason, you said Chad did not win Money in the Bank. Nope, Chad lost. Drew won the match. But yeah, this was a good match. Again, Sami Zayn retained his Intercontinental Championship. He is the winner. He is the Intercontinental Champ. Now we will move on to another match, and it will be the World Heavyweight Championship match between the El Champion, Damian Priest, and the challenger Seth freaking Rollins. Now this match here, I have my reservations about this match. I do. This match here was known for it did not go smoothly, and it could have been a lot better, and I'm gonna explain why. There was one spot in the match where Seth did he does the superplex off the top rope. He did that to Damian. Normally he follows up with a Falcon Arrow. Damian reversed the Falcon Arrow first. Then Damian tried to suplex Seth. He reversed that. He countered it. And then he ended up hitting the Falcon Arrow. He pinned Damian 1, 2, 3. And we thought that Damian did not kick out. And technically Seth had it at 3. So that's something I'm going to get into later. But I noticed that was kind of off. But other than that, it's then the chemistry just wasn't there between Damian and Seth. It just wasn't there. I mean, Seth, I know he's clear. If you look here, the stomp, it looks so weak. I think it's just Seth and these knee injuries and meniscus and MCLs. Remember, he tore his knee back in 2015, and recently he had a grade 2. I think he's just afraid to hit that stomp hard. He's going to injure his knee again, or leg for that matter. It looks so weak. It looks weak how he does it, how he hits it now.
Priest back body drop. Rollins usually very sure-footed. Maybe stop!
That's not a real stomp. He literally lightly tapped the back of his head. You didn't really do no stomp. And I understand the whole concussion thing too. I get it. That's why I always say with Seth Rollins, when that concussion protocol went into effect of all sports, mainly WWE and the NFL, he should change his finisher. Not the riptide cord either, something better, because it affected his that stomp. He can't really hit effectively like he used to. So, but other than that, the chemistry I didn't feel the chemistry between Damian and Seth. Then, of course, later on, Drew, who did win the Money Bank contract at the beginning of the PLE, he cashed in and made a triple threat match between himself, Seth Rollins, and Damian Priest. So it became a triple threat. Now, we all thought that AJ Lee was going to show up at some given point, even though Drew won the contract. CM Punk ended up showing up again. He attacked Drew in the middle of the match. He hit him with the belt, hit him with chair multiple times. He stared at the belt, hit him with the belt, took him out. It's just everything. Just took him out. It was just, it was a nasty work out there. And next thing we know, Damian, similar to Clash at the Castle, took advantage of that, hit the South to Heaven, 1, 2, 3, and we got Damian Priest retaining his World Heavyweight Championship. He's still the El Champion. Despite the cash in by Drew McIntyre, despite Seth could have had him beat, in my opinion. But yeah, Damian is still the champion. So, but yeah, it's crazy though, guys. Tyler said that kick out was botched, bro. I see Drew versus CM Punk at 7. I'm going to talk about that, Tyler. That's why I got the whole what went wrong part. I don't want to get into it too much right now. I noticed it, but yeah, I know about the whole kick out. That's why I mentioned the Falcon Arrow. But yeah, you're right. It is a botch. I'm gonna mention that botch too, and other things. But yeah, I'm gonna mention the whole SummerSlam picture. I'm gonna mention all of that later on. But yeah, you're absolutely right. With Seth and Damian, the matches was not there. I didn't feel the chemistry. I didn't feel the match between them. Honestly, the Drew versus Damian that Clash at the Castle was a better match, despite the finish being CM Punk interfering in both matches. But Damian Priest is still champion, and we'll move on to two more matches. So we have the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and this was a very good match, probably match of the night. And it is match of the night. What am I saying? It is match of the night. These women brought it. Tiffany brought it. Io and Zoey brought it. Naomi brought it. Chelsea pretty much was hanging in the back. She was the hometown girl, and she was bringing the star power and over with the crowd. But other than that, very good match. Best match of the night. And I had a feeling it was going to be like that. That's why they saved the women's Money in the Bank match later. But as you can see on the screen, Tiffany, as many predicted, I predicted too, and I thought it'd been Chelsea because she's from Toronto, but I said Tiffany could be a wild card. And she ended up winning. And Tiffany, yes, is the winner. It's Tiffy time. She is Miss Money in the Bank. And I think she said in the post conference and also an interview with Chris Van Fleet a while back, she's going to make it pink. So it's going to be pink. Ain't going to be just white. It'll be a special color, similar to how Damian had his contract in purple last year when he won the Men's Money in the Bank. Tiffany will be similar to that. Congratulations to Tiffany. Well deserved. Picture of her and Triple H backstage. Like I say, he always takes pictures with the winners. But this was a very, very good match. I like the spots by these women. They definitely did their thing, and they brought it all cylinders tonight. I like this one particular spot in the match where it was Zoey being taken down by Io Sky in the ladder.
For the love of God! Oh my God!
Yes, so this was a good spot. Very good spot between these women. These women brought it all. The announcers, even Corey Grace, Mark Cole's going on about it, how much they like it. And not just Corey Grace, but also Michael Cole and also Wade Barrett. They also mentioned how great it was. Like I said, Tiffany well deserved. I know there was backlash with her, like I said before, the whole Jay Cargill thing. She just talked about that in an interview. She said that it was unintentional and she meant to, cut it out, get it out off internet. She was trying to mean any harm or anything. But she is your Money in the Bank ladder match winner for the women's. So she will cash in more likely on the WWE Women's Champion, which is Bayley, unless she moves over to Raw. But I don't think the contracts you can do that. I think the contracts are branded by the show you're on. Even I don't think you can go to cross over to another show. I think they emphasize wherever you win, you have to cash in that particular title. So we don't know which gonna cash in on Bayley or Nia if Nia wins the SummerSlam. That's penciled in. But I don't know. She could challenge either champion, but I'm glad they didn't do the women's Money in the Bank ladder match cash in the same night or the next night or 2-3 days later, a week later. Let her hold on to it for a while. And I think they are, because normally when a winner, men's or women's, we saw this with Damian last year, when they hold on to a contract and this briefcase is customized to a certain color of the character, they use that to sell the briefcase. So if they're using that to sell the briefcase, meaning they're going to hold on to the contract longer. They're not going to make that contract like Tiffany pink or purple like Damian last year, then they have cashing in the following week or month. That doesn't make sense. Expect Tiffany held on to that contract for some time, a good 3-4 months to say the least, I would say. or I would say 6. But congratulations to Tiffany and the women that put on performance in that match. They did their thing. Women's definitely deserve it. They deserve match of the night. Definitely deserve all the work they put through. They all like Lyra also did work. I'm not gonna count her out either. Lyra was solid, everything. So definitely, it's more of a it's at the moment where they deserve to be the best match of the night. So yeah, congratulations to Tiffany and the women of the match did a great job. John Trigel, salute to you. Said, well, so when is Roman coming back? Good question. I don't know. Remains to be seen because he did not come back tonight. Monkey Man said Tiffany tied. Yes, his dad Seeker passed away. I don't know when he's coming back. Could be SummerSlam. Could be Bad Blood. Who knows? So, but other than that, though, we got one more match. The main event, actually, 6-man tag match. Cody, Kevin, Randy versus Bloodline. So, it's the match here. Solo coming out, the so-called tribal chief, whatever you want to call this fool. Other than that, though, this match here, I got my reservation with this match. Solo didn't do nothing this match significant. He got carried like he mostly does. The MVP of this match for the Bloodline was Jacob Fatu. He was starting this match. Tonga didn't do nothing. Tonga Loa was pretty much a valet or manager. Pretty much was a manager of the Bloodline. He doesn't wrestle, or he can't wrestle right now. Cody and Kevin did their thing as usual. But other than that, as predicted, as I said before, with this match of these guys, I said that the winner was going to be the Bloodline, and it turned out I was right. Cody, Kevin, and Randy lost to the Bloodline, and as you can see there, Solo got the pin on Cody, was the WWE champion, with the help of course, Jacob Fatu grabbed Cody, held him down. Solo hit the Samoan spike. 1, 2, 3. It was it. Next thing we know, Solo wins the match. Got his being branded in afterwards, and they left and they closed out the show, the main event. John Triglav said, "I've been reading 2 new Bloodline members on the way." Yeah, I've been hearing about that. Zilla and that. He started with an H. Hakurulu, he has long hair. Yeah. Civil War Bloodline. Yeah, I said that a couple months ago be a Civil War. Civil War Part 2. Check. I did a live stream about it a while back. I think a couple months ago. But yeah, Cody and them lost. And I knew they was gonna lose because his title wasn't on the line. He was in a 6-man tag match. He didn't need the win. So Cody even though he took the pinfall, him losing tonight and Kevin and Randy did not hurt them, didn't hurt their characters. So if anything, Solo and the Bloodline needed a new win because they're supposed to be the new tribal chief and the new Christian Bloodline 2.0. So they need to win more than anything. It wouldn't make sense for Cody, Kevin, and Randy to win. Cody's still champs, not on the line. Why have him win? Don't make sense, right? But yeah, that was the end of that. And I'll mention another thing too. If you guys know already, this was a big surprise and announcement. We'll talk about John Cena, and he had a big surprise, and he has a retirement. John Cena is officially retiring from WWE Pro Wrestling, and his retirement tour, he said, starts in 2025. He said help the new WWE and Raw being on Netflix. He said he wants to be a part of that because that is of course, we know is a groundbreaking thing for the pro wrestling industry. No company has ever been on a streaming service to have a weekly TV show. Everybody's been doing cable, so that's a first. He wants to be part of history, and of course, he said he'll be at Royal Rumble, He'll be at Elimination Chamber, and his last event will be WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. He said those are his last Royal Rumble, last Elimination Chamber, and his last WrestleMania. But he made the announcement. I knew something's up with him when he came out. I said, "Well, I seen it here." I said, "Same about to retire," and he's been teasing it for a while. Teased it last year. Said one day I will have to leave. I mean, he was losing all his matches. He said, I mean, it was very cut and dry how he did it.
WrestleMania 2025 will be the last WrestleMania I compete.
And that's it. John Cena will be his last match will be at WrestleMania 41. So that will be it. But I don't know what you guys think about that John Cena retiring. In my eyes, he was already retired. Let's be honest here. He was already retired. There was nothing not surprising to me. I was waiting for him to say the word. And John Cena's in Hollywood. He has a Hollywood career. Why does he need to keep wrestling? That's one thing in my mind. So it don't make sense. So I'm glad he's retiring. You know, well deserved. I mean, he been wrestling for years. He was the guy for years. Why keep him going? Honestly, so well deserved, John Cena. I don't know whose last match going to be. I heard Randy Orton always said he wanted a match with John Cena at WrestleMania. They never had a one-on-one match. And, you know, they promote his new T-shirt. The last time is now. You know, you can't see me. Got the door closed. That's it. John Cena's done. Yeah, he's done. Did Becky quit? I know her contract ended. I heard that Seth, you know, her and Seth contracts were at the same time. I heard her contract, Seth renewed. So if Seth renewed, more likely Becky renewed too. I don't see how Seth will renew and Becky leaves. That's backwards. So she more likely renewed. She just taking a vacation, you know. She only came back early because the whole Rhea Ripley injured storyline, her being injured. But yeah, John Cena, he is done in 2025. That's the end of John Cena's career will be over. I don't know who his last opponent is going to be. I don't know if he's going to kill any feuds, but you know, mostly with the new guys, besides Solo and Austin Theory, they wrestled already. He hasn't wrestled much of the new talent. He wrestled much of the old batch of talent, like the Romans and the Seth Rollins and the AJ Styles. He wrestled those guys already. The newer guys he has not wrestled. Damian, I think he wrestled Finn too, but Damian, and of course the Bron Breakers, the Carmelo Hayes, a lot of the newer talent. John Cena, you know, we barely see him. We really can't see him. You can't see me, we don't see you. But other than that, that's the whole announcement that was made. But other than that, another announcement that was made, it actually was a commercial about it. We'll get to that in a second. Bad Blood returns in October. So that PLE's returning. We'll have Bad Blood this October. It's actually to help celebrate the 25 year anniversary. I think 27 year anniversary. It debuted in 97. You know, of course, Kane. So we will have this back. So this literally going to be, I think we don't get a fast lane of some sort around that time. We don't get a fast lane or a payback in September. So whenever that's done, then we probably get Bad Blood. Or we get neither. After SummerSlam, we go straight to Bad Blood. I don't know what the case may be. Monkey Man said, I heard The Rock is secretly head of the table and Soul take the rest from him. I heard that too. Only time will tell. Because Soul don't run nothing. But yeah, Bad Blood's returning in October. So I don't know. Bad Blood used to be good back in the day. Back in the mid 2000s. Very good solid pay-per-view, not PLE at the time of pay-per-view. So it was normally in the mid 2000s, it was a branded pay-per-view, and it was mostly a Raw branded event. But we know them days are over of Raw branded, SmackDown branded, it's all one umbrella. But that's back. But other than that, let me get to my review of this. My final review of WWE Money in the Bank 2024. So what is my review on this particular PLE? And I got to be honest with you, it wasn't my most favorite. It wasn't the worst. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. What's not my most favorite? Some things could have been changed differently. Some things didn't have to happen, but that's how I see it. It didn't make sense for me. At least I did. I didn't see it that way. So I see that being it was an average show to say the least. Average show. I didn't see how it could have been better. Make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, you're coming to the ring. We got 16 people in here. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up now. It's just a quick tap. Upper 3 dots in the right-hand corner and a tap. But other than that, 3.5 out of 5. The matches I did like, of course, the women's Money in the Bank match. Great match. Best match of the night. Sami versus Bron Breakker for the Intercontinental Championship. Another great solid match. I like that match as well. Another one I did it was okay. Those two matches, and the men's Money in the Bank ladder match was great. That was a great match. The other matches I went too big on those. But you know what? I'm going to get into the part where I'm going to go over what went wrong with Money in the Bank. And I'm going to go over several things that went wrong. So we'll do that now. But that's my rating on the PLE. So, what went wrong with Money in the Bank? Well, I got plenty of stuff went wrong. Number one, the first thing that went wrong, Drew McIntyre cashing the contract during the match was dumb. Why? Well, him winning didn't make sense at all to me. If you're gonna further your storyline with CM Punk, I get it. It's gonna be feud of the year. I get that. I get it. He did not have to cash in right now. I know it's to help further his storyline, but him and Punk was already a boiling feud. Let's be honest here. It was already boiling. I didn't think he needed to cash in. That was a waste of a cash in. And he didn't need the contract. Drew already is a world champion. Matter of fact, Drew had just won the world title at WrestleMania. So that right there, it definitely goes on the list for me.
You just made the list!
So that didn't make sense to me. Drew did not need to win this contract, and he definitely didn't need to cash in during the middle of a world title match. Don't get me wrong, that match needs to be saved, but it didn't help it. So while we on this match of Drew cashing in during the world title match, I see something else that I did not like either that went wrong. Another issue I saw, and the issue that I'm talking about right now particularly, I'm getting tired of the CM Punk screwing Drew in world title matches. We've seen this has been going on for months. First, CM Punk screwed Drew, at Mania. Okay, Drew had just won the world title from Seth. I get that. CM Punk was being tired of Drew's arrogance. He was tired of flaunting in his face. I get that. I understood that CM Punk needed to teach him a lesson, which he did. He beat him up. He hit him with the arm brace, tricked us all that he really wasn't hurt like that, even though he still is. I think he's secretly healed. They're saving him for a special moment. And he attacked Drew and allowed Damian to get the cash in. Then, of course, the qualifying match to face Damian at Backlash, which Jay won. He was going to win that contendership match. CM Punk screwed him out of that. As he's going to hit the Claymore on Monday Night Raw, he grabbed his leg and allowed him to distract Drew, and Jay Uso got the win. I get that too. Then recently we saw a clash at the Castle where CM Punk, while the ref was knocked out during Damian and Drew match for the world title, we saw that CM Punk went in and he was the referee and he screwed Drew again. This was just a few weeks ago. Clash at the Castle wasn't that long ago. So it's a recurring theme. Every time Drew gets involved in a match, we're expecting to see CM Punk show up. Now, if AJ Lee, as many predicted or thought like I did as well, if she had showed up and distracted Drew or screwed him, that would have made the story better. But since having CM Punk out there all the time, it does not. And honestly, Drew did not need to win a contract. Someone else could have won it, who never won a Money in the Bank contract, who never was world champion. They could had Drew go up the ladder like Jey Uso did when Drew got Jey before he won. They could have did that with Drew and CM Punk came out distracting him, or AJ Lee. He didn't have to win the whole thing. Waste of a cash in. And like I said, while we on the subject, CM Punk, since he did screw Drew again, guess what? He didn't just screw just Drew. He screwed multiple people in that particular match. So he got a lot of enemies, a lot of targets on his back. So they pretty much told Punk, this ain't open mic night, do whatever you want.
Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
So with that being said, another issue I see, since he did that, CM Punk has now multiple enemies. Think about it. He pissed Seth Rollins off. Seth is pissed. He can't confront Punk, as you see, is still at the bottom. He's pissed off. Drew is over in the ring, lying down, and he like, "What are you doing, man? You screwed Drew, but you screwed me too," because Seth pretty much had that match in the bag before Drew came and cashed in. He could have beat Damian. So I understand his frustration. And like I said, Damian Priest is also upset. Look at this bottom still. Damian told the Judgment Day multiple times, do not come out during my world title match. I got this. I don't want no help. I want to defeat Seth Rollins on my own. Now, at Clash at the Castle, he defeated Drew with the help of CM Punk. Again, now he defeated Seth and Drew, triple threat, so he cashed in. But again, CM Punk helped him. So now Damian got a problem with Punk too. So Damian and Seth are both pissed up at Punk, as well as Drew McIntyre. So he pretty much got all them guys on. CM Punk will have a list of people pissed at him.
You just made the list!
So that's the issue I didn't like. So that's two things I didn't, well, actually 3 parts. The Money in the Bank ladder match, Drew didn't have to win. Cashing in was stupid. And CM Punk getting involved the same way like he does every time, start become predictable. That's a problem for me too. I'm not a fan of that by any means. Not a fan of that. None. I thought it was pointless. So that's the problem I had. Like I said, CM Punk did Drew, he didn't have to win the briefcase. Drew did not have to win his briefcase. It didn't make sense. You just had the title at WrestleMania. And also Drew made another statistic tonight. You know, with Drew with the failed cash in, Drew McIntyre is the 6th man to a failed cash in. He joins the list of John Cena, the first man to do in 2012, Braun Strowman, Baron Corbin, Austin Theory, and if you guys remember him, he ain't with WWE, he has been there years, Damian Sandow. You're welcome. So he joins the list of those men who had a failed cash-in attempt with the Money in the Bank contract. Now people was making fun of Drew already because you had onto the belt for 5 minutes at WrestleMania. Now they're going to make fun and say you won a contract, but you had a failed cash-in. So the animosity of Drew and the frustration is at an all-time high. I can tell you that much. Figure 4 TV, salute to you. Appreciate you coming out. So yeah, there's another statistic that is a good one for Drew. And if he didn't have to win the contract, if he had not won the contract, he wouldn't be a part of this list right now. I'd rather him not won the contract than win, then have failed cash in, and now it really pissed him off. He was already pissed off enough. What do you want Drew to do? Terrorize the company? And I said too, if he lose, he was gonna tear everything down, and he did that at the post show. He was going backstage at the post show panel, going crazy. Adam Pearce and was talking to him. He's getting to Adam Pearce, and also Wade Barrett had to contain him. So I knew he was gonna go crazy. Like they were so predictable. So that's my issue. That's one of my issues. The Drew CM Punk's saga is becoming predictable now. We know when CM Punk's gonna show. We know what Drew's gonna do. So I'm tired of that, and that was not cool. Now let's get to another thing I did not like about Money in the Bank. Another thing I like about Money in the Bank, same match. Seth, Damian Priest botched. Like I mentioned earlier, Tyler mentioned it too. And I'm gonna highlight what Tyler said earlier. Because he beat me to it. Yeah, the kick out was botched. And I'm talking about where Seth superplex Damian Priest off the top rope. He normally follows it with a Falcon Arrow. Damian had countered it. He tried to suplex Seth. Seth countered it. He hit the Falcon Arrow. Damian was supposed to kick out, but he didn't. And it was a 1-2-3. It was really 1-2-3, but they said 2, and he did not kick out. That was a big issue, and that was no good. Now, Damian, this is the second time you done botched at a PLE, man. You botched at the Clash at the Castle with the rope situation. We gave you a pass because Jade had an issue, but you botched this too. And with that being said, I'm sorry I have to say this, and I like Damian. I really do like Damian as a competitor. I really do. But there is a but. Damian, unfortunately for you, man, Damian is not a good world champion material. He's not. He botches in world title matches. He botches in the main event. You can't do that as a world champion. And I don't see Damian hold on to this belt much longer. I can see him losing. He may get past Gunther at SummerSlam, but if it's what's best for business, as they say in WWE, if it's best for business, I think the best option for Damian Priest is to lose the belt after SummerSlam. He just does not have he can't handle the pressure as a world champion. He can't handle the pressure. I think it's too much for him. It's a lot. You got the company on your back. You're the number one guy on your brand for the world title. You're in big matches. You don't want to slip up, and he's been botching. He's botched. He botched a kick out. Even Seth was like, bro. And I don't think that was scripted either. That don't make sense. Why would he? No, I don't think that was scripted. They may play off and say, "Oh, it was scripted." No, that was not scripted. So they can stop that right now. I know they're gonna try to say, "Oh," some people say, "Oh, it's scripted. It was posted. That's how they planned it," and that's cap.
That's cap. Totally cap.
But yeah, this was a problem with Damian. Big problem I did not like. I have one more thing I want to mention. That's the issue too. And this is the main event. Solo Sikoa. He doesn't look strong. When he pinned Cody Rhodes, did not look strong. Solo always needs somebody to carry him, I noticed. He gets carried for every match he does. If you look, when he defeated John Cena at Crown Jewel, that didn't really help his career. He got carried by Cena. And then he went on a losing streak. And even when he loses, he does not look strong. He got the pinfall in this match with 6-man tag tonight. He pinned the WWE champion. He still didn't look strong. Jacob Fatu carried that match. Jacob Fatu, he actually saved the main event for the Bloodline. So he saved it. If Jacob Fatu had not been in this match would have went way worse. Jacob Fatu was MVP of the match. Solo didn't do nothing. Tama Tonga didn't do nothing. Tongaloa messed up too. That's another thing. I'm going to get to that too. Tongaloa, he botched. And what do I mean by that? You think what do I mean? This is what I mean. Tongaloa botched a low blow. Remember when Randy was up, he low blow. He barely touched him. He had to low blow him twice to sell it. Like, come on, man. These guys, I see were rushed, and it's to push this bloodline storyline. Tama Tonga, not ready. Tonga Lord, not ready. Jacob Fatu's the only guy with enough experience that can hang with the main roster. And I mean, coming straight from another promotion, not going to NXT, none of that. He's the only one that can hang. The other two from Japan, the Tongas, they can't do jack. They can't do nothing. And Solo, I like Solo, but let's be honest, Solo, you're in the spot you're in because of your name. Your dad's Rikishi, your brothers are the Usos, and you're connected in this bloodline storyline because you were the enforcer as Solo for Roman Reigns. Let's be honest. Solo do not look strong in this match. Big Georgia Boy 30, salute to you. Said, watch The Rock reveal himself as a tribal chief. Yeah, very obvious. Because that's going to set up the match between Rock and Roman as they talk about that documentary right now. Remember, the main event for WrestleMania is supposed to be Rock versus Roman. That's going to be the gateway to set up that match between Rock and Roman for next year or following year. It's going to be a Cody because that's what the fans wanted. And I saw that documentary yesterday. Figure 4 TV said, dude, Bosch on night one. Yeah, these guys don't have it. I don't like this new bloodline. They suck. They're trash. The only one I do like is Jacob Fatu. They're saying they're afraid he's going to outshine Solo. He going to outshine the whole bloodline. All them guys he outshining. Not just Solo, all of them. Tagalo and Tama Tonga. He didn't get from under the ring on time. No, he did not. I noticed it too. Good point, Figure 4 TV. Good point. This was a big issue. And this main event was very subpar. To have the people in there with Cody, Kevin, Randy, former champions and current WWE champion. Solo, you had Jacob on your side. This could have went down a lot better. It's not a good main event. Big Georgia Boy 30 said, who you think when Roman comes back, who will return with him? Oh, that's easy. The original bloodline, the Usos. Jimmy will come back. Jay will go from Raw back to SmackDown. And, of course, the wise man, Paul Heyman. That's why they all written off TV, except for Jay that's on Raw. That's how they're going to get back up, be the original bloodline. And then they may add Zilla Fatu as well, or another guy. Whatever guy is ready that WWE's going to pick, it'll be that guy plus the Usos, Wise Man, Roman. Let's go. So that's easy. But yeah, back to Solo. Solo, this was not a good win for him. And I know they had to set this up to challenge Cody for his WWE Championship. They're going to more likely run that program for SummerSlam. But it still was a weak win, very weak. I was not a fan of this. Yeah, he may come. But yeah, this was weak. This is a weak thing, and I just was not a fan of this at all. This was terrible, and it could have been done a lot better. This win it's not going to help Solo, and it most certainly is not going to help the bloodline because Solo gets carried in everything he does. Name me one match Solo had that he lost and looked strong, or even won and looked strong, and he did it on his own. I can't think of any. You guys let me know in the chat or playback comment section. Name me one match he held it all on his own. He gets carried through everything. And Solo, he's been with WWE for a while. He's been on NXT. He was over there. He started from the bottom. Solo just don't have it. I'm not sold this. He's the tribal chief crap either. You're not the tribal chief. You're not none of that. No, you're none of that. You can get that out of here. The chance of you being a tribal chief are a little to none.
No chance in hell.
I don't see that happen with Solo. WFC figures mid in the bank. Yeah, that's a good way of saying that because that's exactly what I rated this show. Mid 3.5 out of 5. Not the best Money to Bank. I will tell you this. I will say this for sure. Last year, Money to Bank was better than this. Way better. It was in London, and it was July 1st. When Damian won the contract and EO won a contract, you had the Bloodline Civil War. Way better than this crap. This crap was trash. Roman was on this card last year. Big Georgia Boy said, I feel like if Solo fight Cody SummerSlam, Roman will attack Solo. He may return there. He may not. But this was not a great PLE. Considering WWE and the star power and the superstars they have on both men's and women's divisions, and of course the system of who's writing, you got Triple H, you got Michael Hayes, you got Road Dogg, you got all these guys, Nick Khan, everybody should have been a hell of a lot better than this. Not great, not great. Very average. Mid pay-per-view, absolutely. And that right there, what WFC Figure said, what he just said right there, it's undisputed.
And that is undisputed.
Could have been better. Could have been better. A lot better. Yeah, you came in, Big Georgia Boy. I've been saying that. Yeah, I said that earlier. You came in later. Jacob Fatu carried the whole match. It ain't just he the reason they won. He carried the whole Bloodline side. He carried everything. Of course, Randy, Kevin, and Cody did their thing. But for Bloodline, he carried everybody. Carried Solo too. He carried everybody. Big Georgia Boy 30 said, no, this pay-per-view was all right, but wasn't the best. Yeah, I gave it a 3.5. Very average. I didn't get us no high rating. 3.5. I'm actually being polite. Should give it a 3. And the reason I gave it 3.5 because we had 2 great Money in the Bank ladder matches, and we got a surprise guest by John Cena who announced a retirement. Nobody was expecting John Cena to show up tonight. Had John Cena not made that announcement, and of course the announcement of Bad Blood, I would have gave it a 3 actually. So 3 average 3.5. No higher than that. But yeah, this was Solo. I'm not feeling him. I'm not feeling him on this whole tribal chief. I don't see him leading anything. And as you guys said in the chat, someone is telling Solo to say this. Solo is a puppet. How are you the tribal chief and you've been losing all your matches? How does make it make sense? How is that? How is that? Because when Roman is head of table and tribal chief, Roman was the champion and he was on a 1,316-day run, never losing. You're the so-called tribal chief and you've been losing everything. You won this match, but it was a tag team match, not a singles match. You either get a disqualification, solo, interference, or you lose. You can't be tribal chief and losing. That's why I'm not sold on this whole story. It don't make sense. It don't make sense at all. So that's why I'm saying Solo, they're trying everything with him. Nothing's clicking with Solo. Nothing's clicking with him. Nothing at all. So you are not the tribal chief, and you definitely not head of the table. You got sheep that just acknowledging you. That's why I salute Paul Heyman for not acknowledging, like, dude, you a joke. You lost all your matches. You lost everything. You lost your matches. The only win you really had was at Crown Jewel versus John Cena. And that did not, like I said earlier, that did not help your career. Didn't do anything for you. It actually made you worse, honestly. Made you worse. Definitely put you on the list for that.
You just made the list!
Yeah, this Solo has not done anything to earn the tribal chief. Now I know Roman said back then that Solo's supposed to be at the head later on, but this ain't how you do no head. You got to do something. Solo, you got to get your feet wet. I mean, at least you haven't won a main roster championship. You haven't won the United States nor the Intercontinental Championship. You haven't won no King of the Ring, no individual tournaments. You haven't done anything. How are you the tribal chief and you losing all the time? How? I want to explain that to me. How are you the so-called tribal chief and you lose? And then when you do, you always get carried. Solo gets carried in everything he does. Now, if he gonna challenge Cody for this championship, he's gonna have outside interference, and it's not gonna mean nothing. Cody's still gonna beat you. And that's why Cody said, I already ended this story with beating the head of table which was Roman. Now I gotta face this dude, and like Cody said, man, you're not a real tribal chief. You're not a tribal chief. No. CM Punk said you're a cosplay. You're not a tribal chief. You're not at all. No one's respecting him as a tribal chief. If you notice, the announcer said Solo is the self-proclaimed tribal chief. When it was Roman, they already knew he the tribal chief. So they trying to spin this. They're now trying to. They even know this is crap. But Solo's trying to spin this the best way possible. He the tribal chief.
Spoken and spun like a true politician. I mean,
no one's taking Solo seriously. Solo is a joke. He's been a joke. He has not done nothing significant of any kind to even be called anything, especially a tribal chief name. Nothing. I would respect Jacob Fatu being a tribal chief over Solo. And even though he just arrived in WWE, I would rather give him that title than Solo. He has to deserve that title way more because he had like more like a leader. Solo's not a leader. Solo is just a placeholder. Solo is a placeholder. He's not a tribal chief. He's not a leader at all, to say the least. So I don't agree with that at all. Darkstar 4582, salute to you. You said Jacob really stole the show, no doubt. Yeah, he did. We know Solo didn't steal the show. I can tell you that much. We know Tagaloa didn't steal the show. We know Tagaloa didn't steal the show. Definitely was Solo. It definitely. I'm sorry, Jacob. Jacob's the best part of the bloodline. Other guys, they can't. It's something with them Japan guys because Tagaloa and Tama Tonga came to Japan. It's like the Japan guys. They struggle when they come to the States. When they wrestle in promotion, not just WWE, AEW. It's like they struggle for a while to get over, and they need some more time to develop. Because Japan, they do a whole differently than they do over here in the States. And I seen that. We saw with Shinsuke, he was struggling that he got sent to NXT. Now he's an exception to the rule. He's done very well. But we see that Will Ospreay came from New Japan. You see how his story going. Okada that went from Japan to AEW. You see how his story going. We're not even gonna get to the Young Bucks, who mostly was in Japan and Ring. Well, they more of Ring of Honor and Kenny Omega. We ain't gonna get to him either. But I'm saying the guys that come from Japan to WWE specifically, they struggle. With the exception of Shinsuke, they struggle. The guys struggle. I see a pattern. They struggle a lot. It takes them a while to catch on. Japan and in the States are two different things. In the States, you got to be on it. See, the stuff they do in Japan, people thinking it's unique, it's spectacular, and it's really nothing. In the States, we seen it already. That's all you can do. But yeah, I'm not. This was a big problem for me. I don't know if Roman's going to show up at SummerSlam. Like we said, his dad just passed away. I don't know if all the original Bloodline are going to come back. I can see it very well happening because Roman's been out since April, and it'll be 4 months to come back in August. But other than that, we need to get further this story. We need Roman to come back because Solo is really pissing me off right now. How he's not really doing anything to get over. And Jacob Fatu is the best thing going. I like how he got that move on Cody. He did his thing tonight. Definitely did his thing this match. Solo, no, you didn't do anything. You're just there. But they need to really push this storyline. So I'm hoping SummerSlam, expect Roman to come out maybe at the end of the match with Cody and Roman. With Cody and Solo. Maybe he comes at the just like he did SummerSlam 2020. He may come back that way, but he's not going to come back alone. He's not going to come back alone. Darkstar say, what do they do with Roman after he gets back? It's going to be Bloodline versus Bloodline story. The original Bloodline versus fake wannabe Bloodline. That's going to ultimately come down to Roman versus Solo. I mean, that's all they can do. You said it's the obvious. That's all they can do. What else do you want them to do with Roman besides feud with Solo and his bloodline? I mean, he took Roman's title. He's doing Roman's move, the spear. He's even doing the triple powerbomb they did in the Shield. Why wouldn't he go after Solo? Yes, obvious, but that's the best thing for him to do. Will you want Roman to do? Enter a program with Seth Rollins right away? No. It's best for him to go after Solo on the Bloodline. That's the best thing to do.
And that is undisputed.
That's the best option. Honestly, it's the best option. I don't see why he wouldn't come back and do that, because we need Roman back. The crowd wants Roman back. I'm pretty sure WWE superstars keep talking about him coming back. I mean, how much more to Solo do y'all want to put up with? I mean, if anything, we're in a dire need for Roman. How much crap we gonna put with Solo with his bloodline thing being the head of the table? How much longer we gonna tolerate this crap? Because I'm not gonna go for it too much longer. Solo's not doing anything. It's not pushing him. It's not putting him anywhere. If anything, we will be gracious enough for Roman to come back. But like I said, he'll come back with himself. Jimmy Uso will be with him, because remember, he got rolled off. That's how we saw the debut of Tama Tonga. He attacked Jimmy alongside Solo attacking him. Paul Heyman was attacked. He will come back. And then they're going to grab Jay. He'll come from Raw. And then there'll be a Bloodline versus Bloodline Civil War Part 2. I mean, that's the best thing possible for them to do. I don't see why I go down any other way. But I don't know if you guys had enough of Solo. I had enough of Solo with this fake wannabe a Bloodline thing. Not enough of it. It's not doing anything. It's trash. It's not doing anything. So I would like to see Roman come back very soon, much sooner than later. That's how I would see it. This needs to be done. How much longer are we gonna put up with this Solo crap? And I think that'll be a great solution, and I think that'll be best to be done. Now, however they book this whole Civil War thing, more likely to be a Survivor Series thing, since we already gonna be in SummerSlam, which is August. They just announced Bad Blood. Survivor Series be the other PLE, unless you have a fast lane or payback in between. But this would be the only option. Make for Survivor Series. Rock, what's his role in this? I don't know. They say he could be the whole leader behind Solo. You could bring him in too, but he's reportedly supposed to be doing some program with Cody. They're still trying to run that, as well as him having a program with Roman. So I don't know how they're going to figure all that in with storyline, but I'm pretty sure they'll come up with something. I'm pretty sure they will. Other than that, though, I mean, there's nothing else more to be done. But I know one thing. This PLE was very, very average, very subpar. Could have been a lot better than I expected. Because remember, Money in the Bank is a part of the Big Five, which we got Royal Rumble in January. We have WrestleMania in April. And then we have SummerSlam this next month. Survivor Series in November. Money in the Bank will be the 5th, which is the 5th big PLE, which is now in July. So this ain't no Clash at the Castle, Backlash, or a Fast Lane or a Payback. This is Money in the Bank. This is one of the Big Five. And for it to be an average show, unacceptable. Unacceptable. So I'm not cool with that at all. I'm not cool with it. I thought it could have been a lot better. But I know, and it's a cause of the whole running PLEs back to back. Remember, we had Backlash early May. Then we had Clash at the Castle. I'm sorry, King and Queen of the Ring 3 weeks later after that. Then 3 weeks later, after King and Queen of the Ring, we had what we just had, Clash at the Castle. And then 3 weeks later after that, we hear Money in the Bank. We get a full month for SummerSlam. At least we get some time. We get a break from PLE. But I think running these PLEs back to back like that, and I knew some of these shows would not be the best show because there's no time for preparation. We just came fresh off Clash at the Castle. That literally just happened a few weeks ago. Then it was King and Queen Ring before that. I know that because Gunther won the SummerSlam championship match, at King of the Ring, beating Randy Orton. That just happened. But other than that, though, guys, I mean, We're going to see what happens. Monday Night Raw is going to be good. I know the storyline's going to be crazy, so tune in for that. I will cover Monday Night Raw. And of course, NXT Heatwave we have tomorrow. I will cover that show as well. If you guys follow NXT, it'll be Heatwave tomorrow night, I think 6 o'clock, same time as Money in the Bank. And I'll cover the post shows like I'm doing tonight with Money in the Bank. Same thing with Money in the Bank I will do for NXT Heatwave. So keep an eye out for that. Keep the notification bell on, like and subscribe. Other than that, though, guys, that's all I have regarding Money in the Bank 2024 post-show coverage. You guys let me know in the comment section below on the playback and also in the live chat. What did you think of the show? Did you think it could have been better, or do you think it was perfect? Did you agree with what they did at the PLE tonight? But thank you guys for coming out, and we're gonna get ready for Heat Wave tomorrow night. We'll be back here with the Heat Wave. Bloodline, Todd Bushman said Bloodline's boring. Yeah, the new Bloodline, yeah, they suck. I agree. Soon to videos will pop up. Money in the Bank 2024 final predictions. Next video will be World Champ versus Developmental Champ. You guys already know what it is. It is OUT.